What is our Go Green project all about? In order to give a detailed picture of what our Fresh initiative is, here is some basic information about the island that the project has been designed for. Naifaru is the capital of the Laviani Atoll in the Maldives. Naifaru is 142 kilometres, about 88 miles north of the capital Mali. The total area of Naifaru is 53 hectares or 0.53 kilometres squared. This includes the part of the island recently expanded by reclaiming the surrounding lagoon of the island. Naifaru is the 5th most populous island in the Maldives. So why the urgent need for our Go Green project? There are several areas of concern. Firstly, non-recyclable waste. Then recyclable waste, health, social problems, monetary issues, and the future of the island. Non-recyclable waste is dumped throughout the island. There is no education or knowledge on the implications of dumping these items. For example, household batteries and other electronic goods are simply discarded, which can then leak and pollute the water. This has obvious massive health implications for the island community, as well as being an environmental concern. In the government manifesto, under the environment policy, the public complains that the delicate environment we have inherited now faces a number of threats. In general, the air, the sea around us, the land and fresh water are all becoming contaminated, which may become a risk for its people. Irresponsibility can be observed from residents of Naifaru on preserving the delicate environment. Perishable garbage is thrown everywhere. Spitting on the roads and in public places are common after eating supari and betel leaf. There is a great concern that the younger generation is developing a habit of vandalism, destroying the environment and creating more social problems. From doorsteps to public roads, the littered environment indicates irresponsibility and carelessness of its residents to preserve the environment. If these habits are inherited to the next generation, the scale of the problem will be broadened. So it is widely believed that someone has to become a role model to search for a solution. There is also the issue of recyclable waste, which sadly no one on the island has any familiarity with, let alone a procedure to follow. As a result, we end up with a vicious circle of dumping easily recyclable goods at the landfill or into the sea. These actions have consequences that cannot be justified, but we can avoid creating future problems through awareness. Currently on the island, there is no space for children, the youth or the elders of the community to walk, exercise or play in. The resulting effect on the health of the people residing here is astounding. Through recent findings, it has been revealed that the vast majority of adults on the island are medically overweight. This is a clear product of not having one particular space for people to maintain a healthy lifestyle in. Even the children do not have a proper recreational area in which to exert their exuberant energy, which will inevitably lead to the same fate as their parents. They will become overweight too. There are also concerns with the diet and nutrition of the community due to the expense of having to buy in fresh fruit and vegetables. With many families not being able to afford such foods, poor eating habits are unfortunately going to develop. The population of Naifaru is also very dense. This would not be such an issue, but often families are living 2, 3 and 4 to 1 household. This not only impacts health, but social stability. Houses are very basic, sometimes with one family sharing a room and only having a basic kitchen, which is usually outside in a courtyard. There is also rarely a living room or a TV. With no option of escaping to a haven outside, children, parents and relatives are all cooped up. It is no surprise that common family problems occur frequently in small environments like this. In the government manifesto under the strategy Strengthening Family Ties, Child and Family Protection, the public complains that women take responsibility of maintaining and managing 60% of the households in the Maldives. The most challenging task they ever face is the breakdown of relationships in families and divorce. According to a survey, the average size of a house on Naifaru is 800 square feet. On average, 3 families share this entire space, whilst each family may have 4 people, meaning often 12 people are living in one space. Overcrowding as such has social and health implications, most of which last for a long time and rarely reach a positive solution. One of the main causes of illegal relationships is due to these larger household sizes. A green area with a multi-purpose could be a solution for some of these social problems. An area where families can gather and socialise in a less confined space may help them to keep their relationships healthy. This in turn could help upcoming generations to avoid tension and stress, giving them an opportunity to develop a healthy mind and establish higher social values. The monetary aspect arises from the lack of tourism on the island and also the lack of readily available resources. The Maldives is world renowned for its clear blue seas and sandy beaches. However, Naifaru is unable to represent this picture. Despite having 3 resorts on the same atoll, it is still unable to make itself known as it lacks clean, sanitary areas in which it can make full use of its beautiful surroundings. This is a real shame. Furthermore, as there is no agriculture on the island, all products are imported and have become very expensive for households to purchase. This is not all though. With the effects of global warming, the island is simply getting hotter and hotter and at a more rapid rate. People are trying to neutralise this heat with their expensive air conditioning systems. So who will take responsibility for all these issues and provide a resolve? The Go Green project proposes to provide the following: awareness projects on recycling, nutrition, and about going green. It also helps to create a self-sufficient community in regards to beach cleaning and sanitisation. It also helps to initiate a movement which will include today's children that will be for tomorrow's benefit. A green area which will be the island's haven and a place for the community to exercise and play in. It will also be a long-term project to plant trees. Go Green is a project intended to take 15 years to complete and will include 4 phases. There are 4 components to phase 1. Creating awareness, keeping it clean and green, constructing the green area, and planting a nursery. Firstly, creating awareness. Creating awareness about saving the environment with particular focus on health and recycling. Providing information to enlighten people about simple and easy steps they can incorporate into their lives to make a big difference. Initiating a shift in people's attitudes towards the preservation of their environment. And conducting a study on the microenvironment for future plans. How will this be done? Firstly, by conducting workshops to create awareness. Secondly, by providing the basic tools of knowledge so people can make environmentally friendly choices. And through the distribution of leaflets and flyers and the careful placement of posters and billboards. The outcome. Residents of Naifaru will become aware of environmental issues so they can do their part in protecting their delicate environment too. The community will work together to create a greener environment and learn new habits. Residents of Naifaru will each contribute in the clean-up of their environment, which will instill the habit of retaining a healthy, clean place. Residents will be armed with the vital information that will impact not only their lives but their children and future generations. During this first phase of the Go Green project, awareness programs will be targeted at different demographics. Students, civil servants, volunteer associations and the general public will be invited to participate in all the programs. Clean and green. The aim of this is to organise and plan a long-term sustainable program to plant trees. It will also provide Naifaru people with a haven for all by making the island more green. It also helps to install rules and regulations to keep the roads, beaches and public places clean. How will this be done? Firstly, by planting trees and creating a green area. Secondly, by carrying out programs to plant trees in different neighbourhoods. Thirdly, through a program to clean up the garbage dump sites and clean junkyards. Also disposing of different kinds of garbage safely and recycling reusable materials. Where will this be done? The selected area will be on the northeast side of the water distillation plant. This area can be made greener through the use of environmentally friendly methods. When developing this area, special consideration will be given to each portion of the community, children, elders, disabled alike. The outcome: increased vegetation for everyone to benefit from, and the island dump will also become environmentally safe and will include a recycling scheme. The construction of the green area. The aim of this is to develop an area which is suitable for all ages and abilities to use, to provide a haven for families, children, adults and elders to play and exercise in, to provide a suitable place for social gatherings and special occasions, to encourage younger generations to learn more about the environment while spending quality time with their families, and to shape a generation and establish good, greener habits. Some of the activities planned include developing a park that includes up-to-date facilities, allowing children the opportunity to get the necessary exercise required. Also, designing the park in a way that sends messages of encouragement for good behaviour and illustrates what habits need to be adopted. Planting plenty of trees to nourish the greenery and also to cool the surroundings. Now let's take a look at how the green area is planned. This area will be developed on the northern side of the beach. The whole site was 2 feet below ground level, but after much laborious effort, the ground has now been levelled out. When developing this land, the children's playground and sports area will be marked out. Also, a place for parents to get together and converse will be provided. A restaurant and a shop will be opened to help finance the development and help maintain costs. In addition to this, toilet facilities will be available. This location will be a place where families can gather to spend quality time. Also, a corner for pet lovers will be created when the park is completely developed. A lot of importance will be given to the security of the area, with a 24-hour duty scheme being implemented to oversee this. Lastly, the area will be offered to the community as a place to hold organised events and parties. The outcome. The outcome is to develop a child-friendly park which will be financially sustainable. It will also establish a suitable child-friendly environment for all the families and social functions. Nursery Plantation. Now the aim of this is to cultivate plants that are required by the clean and green component of this project, so they are available on a continuous basis. It will also seek to teach gardening skills and develop an agricultural interest amongst the community. It will also hope to provide fertilizers, pesticides and seeds that are required to grow trees at low prices to the community. And lastly, it will provide fruits and vegetables which will be commercially available to people to buy throughout the programme. How will this be done? By administering a plant nursery to cope with the Go Green project. By recruiting the younger generation into the programme and training them so as they can continue with the initiative. By encouraging people to plant trees in their backyard. And providing fertilizers, chemicals and pesticides to those who are interested in home gardening and agriculture. It will also provide fruits and vegetables that are desperately needed for households at a cheaper price. Now let's have a look at how the plant nursery is planned to develop. The purpose of this nursery is to provide plants needed for the Go Green project, which looks not only to increase green vegetation on Naifaru, but also help reduce the effects of global warming and boost the local economy and health status of its people. Plants that produce numerous varieties of flowers will be cultivated and continuously planted in the park, so it will thrive and constantly look fresh. It is planned that it will provide flowering plants to the community as well. The variety of trees grown here will be sold at affordable prices to those who wish to buy them. Likewise, useful resources, technical assistance and fertilizers will also be provided to the community. The outcome of the park area will be to offer cool shade. It will also try to look attractive and be environmentally friendly. Citizens of Naifaru will be able to cultivate plants and create a greener environment for themselves outside their home. The people of Naifaru will become happier, healthier and more financially secure. So those are our 4 components. An important factor for both you as the investor and the community on Naifaru is how we can make this project self-sufficient and sustainable for the future. With the green area, there will be a shop and a restaurant that will generate revenue to fund the site. There will also be an option to rent the area for birthday parties and other social activities and events. The plant nursery will also be a commercial component, with some money being raised through the sale of small plants, chemicals and pesticides. The plant nursery will also produce a number of vegetables and fruits which will be sold locally. Through these initiatives, income will be generated to manage and administer the entire project. On successful completion of the Go Green project, the outcomes will echo those objectives set out by the Maldivian government in their manifesto, the Millennium Development Goals.